Hey, good afternoon. This is Craig Malamog for Wall Street X's and O's. This is the special COVID edition that some of you have asking if I am all right. Well, I guess to kick things off, first of all, the normal disclosures, just to be above board here. All of the opinions, thoughts, commentaries on this show are informational only. They are not a offer to buy or sell anything or to give anybody advice to do anything. Investments can and will lose money, and they are not FDIC insured. So without further ado, this is the best COVID nurse, actually the second best. Miss Tanya is the best. This is Lola here, my little sweet wiener dog, and Fritz is upstairs, her brother, who's actually sweeter than Lola, but Lola's the only one that would sit still long enough for me to hop on here, which I'm going to put her down now. But anyway, as many of you have asked, I appreciate your concern significantly. I actually did contract COVID. I woke up Friday morning to a bus that had ran over me and then kept backing up and running over me and has done that now for 3 days. So was able to go in and get tested Friday afternoon, got the results back Saturday, shock and awe. Oh my gosh. I actually am one of those people that actually takes a lot of precautions. So kind of very shocking to both Tanya and I. At this point, several of you have asked, Tanya's actually doing well. She's had a slight headache. I would say she's significantly tougher than I am, of which no comments from the peanut gallery, because we all know that's a fact. That's okay. But like I said, so far Tanya's good and we are good. It's definitely an experience. I will tell you guys this much. Respect the science. It's real. I've always known it was, as you know, all know, I do a lot of research. I sit on lots of calls with epidemiologists and infectious disease people. And it's a real deal. Now I can assure you that it is. I've not ever felt more terrible, to be very candid. For 2 days, I literally couldn't get up. Today, my son called me this morning, it says COVID Dad. That's my new nickname now. You see how our family is full of love. He's like, how are you feeling? I said, I said, honestly, I feel like I just have the regular flu today, which is a massive improvement from the last two. So I will encourage you all to be safe, respect the science. For those of you who are believers, God created science. I happen to believe in both. But for those of you that don't, and you believe that science was created by man and we just continually improve it to get a look on being able to not explain something that happened, which pick one, I did. But anyway, the science is real. So I just want to encourage you all just to continue to take precautions. I was taking precautions. Tanya and I both have. I have no idea where I contracted it from, which is kind of strange because you always kind of think, oh, I should know. But again, I don't know. I've never figured out where I caught the common cold or a flu or strep or anything else in the past. So, but it's a real deal. So I just want to encourage you all to stay firm, keep doing the right things. As you've heard me say a lot, just because there's a new vaccines that are out there and people are now they're becoming accessible and people are gaining them, doesn't mean it goes away. It's going to take time to build herd immunity. It could take a lot of time, but I just want to encourage you all just to stay the course and know that it's going to be okay. Know that I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to die. Although famous last words, although I guess if I did, I know where I'm going. So it's cool. Anyway, in closing here, I've got a cool story that I heard, and I think this will really kind of preach. Yeah, I'm preaching to you all here, but kind of talk to the rhythms we have in life. Sorry. Told Tana I wasn't going to do this. Look at me, I'm a freaking mess. Anyway, there's a story, and this Jewish man knows that he's going to get sent to the Russian gulags. And he goes to his rabbi and he says, what book should I take? And he's thinking, what book out of the Torah? Should I take a prayer book? What should I do? Excuse me, I know I'm a mess. See, for those of you watching this for the first time, you can see I'm an absolute disaster at this moment. I always say it's uncut and unedited. That is legit. This is proof. But the rabbi comes back and he says, take a copy of the Jewish calendar. Because he says, As long as you're doing the things that we do throughout the year, you will never forget your identity or lose it. And I think during times like this, we allow life to dictate our rhythm. And we're all guilty of it. Okay? I want to encourage everyone to take a step back. And what are you focusing on? What are you basing your rhythm on? Do you base it on the calendar? January 1, New Year's. You get to April 15th, tax day. You get to the end of May, Memorial weekend. You have July 4th. We have birthdays. We have Thanksgiving. We have Easter. We have all the other religious holidays. For those of you that celebrate different holidays, we have those, and those tend to encompass what we do and how we do it. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. So here's the deal, okay? It's funny how you go through stuff and your mortality comes to the surface. Sorry, I'm really not this terrible. My throat's just a disaster. And my body really hurts at the moment, but it's all good. So here's what I want to challenge you all with. What do you base your rhythm on? Because we need to stop and think about it. Because you know what? If you're allowing society, if you're allowing the crowd to control what you do and how you do it, who you follow, who you don't follow, I think that's wrong. Each as an individual, you need to ground yourself with what matters to you and with what's important to you and with what you get up every day and you look forward to. Do you have hope? If you don't, you need to find it, okay? Because nobody's bulletproof, all right? Nobody's bulletproof, and we all know that, but it's something that until something really strange happens, sometimes we get a little shook up. So, in closing, this will be the shortest one. You're probably glad going, dang, Model Mug's just not yapping for 20 minutes like he usually does. I'm going to close out here. I will have a show on Friday. God willing, I've got some good stuff. We're going to see how now I get serious talking about business and I pull my crap together. We're going to talk about this GameStop deal. We're going to talk about short interest. We're going to talk about the hedge funds and how this little event here is impacting the markets. I want you to know this is an episodic event. What that means is this isn't something that's trending. The trend is still positive in the markets. All the data is still positive. This is episodic, meaning this is short term, being caused by something. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. I've been looking at Bitcoin a lot. I've been inquiring lots of questions because as volatility rises, people start hunting for answers, okay? I want to tell you that the answers lie in good, strong, data-driven processes, as you hear me talk about week after week after week. So with that said, obviously we are out of the office for 2 weeks, okay? We're working from home. Fortunately, the beauties of technology allow us to work from anywhere. As some of you may or may not know, we go to Kansas and stay in our place with our daughter, and we work for a week at a time, and everything is cool. So we're good. Obviously, we're going to be able to go up and check mail and do the things in the office should we need to. But outside of that, I've got phones forwarded. For those of you that I had appointments with this week, I'll be reaching out with you. It's a big question mark. If it was today, I would say no, because I literally feel like a truck ran over me. But I know that's going to improve as time goes on, but I'll be in touch. But outside of that, I appreciate everyone's love. Know we care about you guys very much. And like I said, I want to challenge you with focusing on your rhythms of life and what are they, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what matters. So anyway, for the COVID issue, never thought I'd be doing one of these either. I'm still kind of surprised, but this is Wall Street X's and O's on the last day of January of 2021, and I am out. I love you guys.